Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here joining us here on Wednesday. Hey, as we kick off some NBA, we got a loaded NBA card. There's some college football, but it was like, yeah, yucky. Throw that stuff behind us. Let's get some NBA rolling here on the big slate here. 3 games on the hardwood for you that we're going to get to. But as always, we'll get to the cappers to see how they're rolling along, and then we'll get to the Wednesday slate on the NBA. Big night here tonight, so looking forward to it. I don't know where to Vegas. Al, how are you doing here, buddy?
Pretty good. Basically, opening night here. Already have some injury concerns and some line movement and the NBA shenanigans, but we're gonna work through that here and give you 3 good games. Ready to get into it.
Roster manipulation. That's
Day one.
what the NBA is up to, I swear. Oh, I got a boo boo. Well, what it comes down to is the problem is that it's just like anything. The game's over, they get hurt, practice is over, whatever, and they want out of there. It's like anybody in their job. They're done. Their punch clock is out, and they go running out the door. And then they go home, and they wake up, and next thing you know, it's like, whoop, uh-oh, look at my ankle that I twisted. I knew I twisted in practice. Look how swollen it is. And then they try to hobble their way back in the next day. And teams are like, hey, what happened? Oh, I don't twisted ankle, boo-boo. And it's like, that's what happens. I'm telling you. These guys run out of there. Because if they have to get some treatment, they got to stick around. And sometimes you're sticking around for hours after practice, after games, to get these treatments. And guys are like, no. Welcome to the new NBA. Hello, Ninos. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, as we were saying yesterday, just excited about this NBA. We got a bigger slate, more games to choose from today. And yeah, speaking of injury updates, definitely gonna be looking at a pretty interesting line move already here on my pick. So again, hope you got your notifications on for this one. As I hope it doesn't move too much by the time you get to see this.
Right? I don't hear any more news. Guys dropping like flies, but you never know. We've seen. We apologize now because sometimes these NBA lines, no fault of our own, that they do skyrocket and move the other way when guys get hurt. So, hey, without further ado, let's get to the Wednesday slate that we got going. First game we got on the board, we got the Heat heading into Orlando to take on the Magic. Vegas Al's game. He's going to get us rolling here in this one. Who do you like?
All right, I'll be quick with this one. I like the Magic here, -8.5. Just not in love with what the Heat have as a supporting cast for Tyler Hero. They did pick up Norman Powell in the offseason. That is a nice acquisition. But it's basically Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and a Norman Powell team here. And this supporting cast is still young and kind of unproven. And then you look at what the Magic have done here. They're adding Desmond Bane into the fold of things. And then obviously Paolo Banchero, the Wagner brothers, everything that they got going here, Jalen Suggs. I just feel like the Magic's a whole lot deeper team. We kind of have like an in-state rivalry game here, opening night at home for the Magic. I like the -8.5. I'll lay it with the Magic.
Heading on over to Ninos. What do you like here in this matchup?
Yeah, this is a matchup. The Heat have won the last 2 meetings, but the guy you mentioned is Tyler Hero, who's expected to miss quite a bit of this the start of this season. And think think the Magic smell a little bit of blood in the water here. I'll agree with Al. I'll just take them to come out and win both halves here. I'm seeing +150 on Orlando, so I'll take them to win the first and second half here at +150. You don't have to worry about any spreads. Just win the halves outright.
And for me here in this matchup, I like the over in the first half. You look at it's 108 in this first half. I think we can get enough offense in this first half to get us over the total. And look over the last couple seasons, head to head, 5-3 to the over between these two teams over the last couple seasons in that first half. So give me the over 108.5 here in the first half. Okay, that wraps up game number one. Let's head on over to game number two on the slate, where we got the Cavs heading into New York to take on the Knicks. This thing opened Cavs +4, and now Cavs -1, total 228 in this one. And over to Ninos. What do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, again, we were speaking about that line move here now. They opened up as a 3-point dogs. The Cavs did, now favored by 1.5 here on the road in New York. The latest injury was Josh Hart being listed out of this lineup. And the big question mark here is Karl Anthony Towns, who is it sounds like a 50-50 here to me. But whether he plays or not, I like the value we're getting on the Cavs right now. I'd rather try to get on this number now rather than have this line move any more than it already has if Towns does end up sitting this one out. Again, even if he does end up playing, this line's just going to cross through zero. We're not going to lose a huge amount of value here. So I'll lay the points here and be on the money line as well here. Probably mostly on the money line. Still, I'm seeing, let me pull the number. I'm seeing minus 120 right now. So I think that's not too bad. Way worth rather than getting beat by that hook if they end up winning this one by one. So I'll be on the Cavs money line in this one.
Heading on over to Vegas. Al, what do you like here in this matchup?
I'm going to go to a prop here to a guy that's a new acquisition for the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson over 11.5 points. With the news of Josh Hart, I'm expecting more minutes for Jordan Clarkson. Obviously, what's his name here? Jalen Brunson's not going to be able to just do it all here. I do expect a good performance out of him and a more workload out of him as well. But I think Clarkson at over 11.5, you find some value there, and I'm going to shoot and fire on that.
Hey, and for me here in this matchup, I like the Cavs here in the spot. I'm not a Knicks get backer at all. I'm dealing with plenty of injuries and question marks. Even if some of those guys, as you alluded to, are in or out or in this game, they're not going to be 100%. So I don't know what the Cavs do in the regular season. Let's win games. They just continue to win games, and they got plenty of pieces there to do it. So I'll take the Cavs on the money line. Not worried about a 1.5 at this time. I would take this up to minus 2.5, minus 3. I think I would still lean to the Cavs side of things if this takes up. But I think you just take the Cavs. Take the Cavs in the first half. I think you probably get a half decent price money line first half. I think they come out a little hotter in this one. You want to silence the crowd, so yep. Cavs first half for me here in this one. Get the MSG crowd going. Hey, that wraps up the second game on the slate. Let's head on over to the third game we got on the slate for you here. We got the Washington Wizards heading into Milwaukee to take on the Bucks here in this one. And man, we've heard the rumblings of the Bucks of Giannis. Now he's got his other brother Giannis and his other brother Giannis and another Giannis rolling along coming up. So it is what it is there. But I like what the Bucks have done. They've got plenty of offense there in this one. I know that some of these guys are getting up in age-wise, but against the Wizards here in this matchup, they're 9.5-point favorites here for good reason. The last couple of meetings here, head-to-head between these two, was an 11-point win by the Bucks and a 10-point win by the Bucks. 9.5. I think this is a double-digit win by the Bucks all day. I think Giannis and company will be ready for this one, healthy, happy, ready to roll, and make some noise here in the East. And I think they do it. I think they're ready to go here. The team has gelled together, and you'll see it here in game one. They make a statement, win by 50+. I'll lay it with the Bucks in this one on Wednesday. Heading over to Ninos. What do you think? Bucks, Wizards.
Yeah, again, another big favorite here. It's again, this is a game they should win comfortably. A matchup they've won 8 of the last 10 meetings. A team they've beat up on. Now the last meeting was pretty close, but other than that, they usually win these ones pretty comfortably more often than not. And yeah, they definitely have the roster to win this one by double digits. But again, I think rather than go there, I'm just gonna give it a different look and go with the good old win both halves here. I even like this one better than the one I gave out earlier on Alessandro's pick. I think this is a matchup that the Bucks should dominate from start to finish. Plus 140, so not getting as much plus money, but I think it is the stronger of the two options, if you ask me.
Head on over to Vegas, Al. What do you think of this matchup?
So the Wizards are just a young team. I'm looking at this young group of players that we have here, and I'm going to go to Kaishan George over 9.5 points. I think we have plenty of value on that. This is a young kid, only second year in the NBA, averaged 9 points per game last year. I think he's going to see an increase in minutes this year. The Wizards just don't have much to work with, and they're going to throw this kid out there and let him see some playing time. And if this one gets out of hand, they're probably going to leave him in. So I think we're going to see a lot of minutes with Kaishan George. 9.5 seems light. I could see him getting double digits. So I like that a lot. Kyson George, over 9.5 points.
Hey, that wraps up Wednesday's action here on Cover the Spread. Hey, let us know in the comment section below what you think of the 3 NBA games we covered for you here today. And hey, let's do a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at, we got the Heat taking on the Magic. Vegas Al's game, he says lay the points there with the Magic. And then we got the Cavs heading into New York to take on the Knicks. Ninos' game, he says lay it there with the Cavs in this one. And then I've got the Bucks and Wizards, and I think the Bucks in a blowout. Take the Bucks, lay it. I think they win by 15 plus. I'm not worried if this takes up to 10 and a half, 11, because that's where it's heading.
I would if we are still into bonus plays here, I might look at some Chris Middleton props here. I know he got traded last year, but I think this will be his first matchup going against his old team, if I'm not mistaken. So look for him to try to have himself a big game here. But again, as Al said, not too much to work with, so it will be a tall task keeping his team in this game. But he may try to look to get himself in a couple extra baskets than he normally would in this one.
Because I believe it, Middleton's going to get up for this game, especially when he got poked by Giannis, I believe, in some social media posts as well. So they definitely razzed Middleton. So I think there's some motivation for the Bucks to make Middleton.
Oh yeah. they may try to stop him for sure.
So I'm looking for. There are some.
If Giannis is guarding him, I will say that will make those props a little tougher for sure.
Hey, that wraps it up for Wednesday. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that joins us here on Cover the Spread. And let's do what we always do, and that is
Cover the spread.
Cover the spread.